El Magnifico Capitano Bruno Fernandes is fast becoming a set-piece maestro, something that Man United has been craving for a long time. I'll tell you, since David Beckham, I don't remember anyone close to him when it comes to free kicks. And I'm not saying that Bruno is anywhere close to Beckham. Well, I'm just saying that we've got someone finally who tries to give us goals from set pieces. Subscribe to the Netero Sport. My name is Webb, and in this video, I'm going to give flowers to Bruno Fernandes and our set piece department, headed by Carlos Fernandes, who is the assistant of Ruben Amorim. Subscribe to the Netero Sport, and let's get into it. Now, guys, 3 set piece goals for Bruno. That is the most, by the way, of a Premier League player this season. That is one. But also, that is free kicks to be precise, not just set pieces. Free kicks to be precise, because I've not included penalties. Free kick goals. Bruno has scored the most of all Premier League players in all competitions. Now, that's one. Now, including one against the best goalkeeper in the Premier League in David Raya against Arsenal. For me, it's very, very commendable. Listen, if you think about it, the way Manchester United was struggling with set pieces, first of all, to make use of them and get anything out of them, but also to defend them, was so alarming. If you recall, we are conceding goals from straight corner kicks. We are failing to even create anything close to a chance from set pieces. It was so laughable. It was, I think we're the laughing stock of town. To know now that we've got the player who has got the most free kick goals of all players in the Premier League, that Man United has not considered a set piece goal in a long time, specifically free kicks, and again, penalties are a different case, but specifically free kicks. For me, we've got to give a lot of credit to our set piece department, because this again goes a lot to show you why the team is improving. And this is one thing I want to commend Ruben Amorim for, that he identifies a problem with the team and he gets a solution. He has acknowledged it before, how we are so terrible in terms of defending against set pieces, but also making good use of them. And he came up with a solution when he handed over the set piece duties to Carlos Fernandes. And clearly, will you tell me you didn't see this coming? You didn't see these free kick goals coming? You didn't see this improved defense coming? Because if you think about it, even before we got goals from direct corners and stuff, I do recall that we had an improvement in terms of how our corners were taken, how our free kicks were taken, how Bruno would start balls for Marcus Rashford and Rashford goes for goal, or at times a good play with Bruno in a corner and Amad Diallo, free kicks coming close. You would clearly see how things were changing. Even the coordination, how players, just align, they know where to go. Joshua Zirkzee knows where to stand. You could properly see that there are improvements going on the training ground. There are things that are done intentionally to try and improve things when it comes to set pieces. And trust me, that is why we are beginning to see these results and enjoying them. So for me, I cannot sit here and not give flowers to Bruno and the set piece team. I cannot sit here and not give flowers to our set piece coaches. They have put in the work and the results are seen, and that is hugely commendable. And that is something that shows you a team in progress. We are progressing in terms of how we play, generally when the flow of the ball and, attacking and defending. And we are balancing, the passing with a bit of directness, the patterns, and knowing how we want to attack. But we are also improving in terms of how we deal with a corner kick, how we deal with a free kick. Tell me, and I know football is a gut game. It's a bit, like people say, it's a bit spiritual. Honestly, lately, when Man United do concede a corner or a free kick, I don't feel jittery like I used to before. I don't feel unnerved like I used to before. I'm a bit confident because I know they have been improving and working on it, and clearly it has been it has been seen. So for me, I want to commend our set piece coaches. I want to commend our set piece team for improving. And again, we are not there yet, but guys, we need to see the positives in our team and commend them. Otherwise, if we don't, then what is it? We are in a process, and we keep saying we've got to trust the process. The only way you trust the process is because you see improvements evidently increasing day in and day out, seeing improvements in the different things we are struggling with, And that's when you feel like you can trust the whole process going on. I'll tell you, I've got every reason for every vein, muscle, every cell in me to trust the Ruben Amorim process and what he's doing. He's tackling everything, and I can only imagine what more we're about to see in these next 2 weeks when the international break is on, when he gets time with certain players, a few players, because he'll keep getting time with a few players who are not on international duty, who are, because I don't think all players are going to go away on a break or something. He will keep getting time with them, and I'll tell you, he will still improve things because he has shown that he can do that and improve individuals. You see Garnacho improving so much. Honestly, in 5 months, the improvement in Garnacho I never saw of any single player under Eric Ten Hag. We see the defense improving. We see the wing backs improving. Now, the other things we need to work on, we see Hoyland now beginning to improve. The other things we need to improve now are the final balls, the decision making. Diogo Dallo seems to be improving a bit in terms of going forward as a right wing back, but we need to see more better decisions made by players like Patrick Dogu. You can see that when he does that, we will look a little bit better. For me, that's one. We need to see our strikers be more clinical, because at least now there has been a clear improvement in terms of how many chances we create in a game. So all these things compiled are what will produce for you a good, effective, well-performing team. And guys, I will tell you, people are beginning to get convinced and see how dangerous this Ruben Amorim team will be when everything begins to click. When everything clicks right, I'll tell you, we are beginning to see how dangerous this team will be. For me, I want to give flowers, to give credit where it's due, because I'm not that fan who will dwell a lot on the positives. People call it excitement, and I'm thinking it's not excitement. Every time I speak something positive about Hoyland, about a player, people say, Web, you're excited. No, I'm acknowledging a positive. It's not excitement. I'm acknowledging a positive. It's a good thing. Even if it were you, when you have bad days and good days come, but people still rely on the bad days, it's wrong. You've got to give people credit when they deserve it. When there is an improvement, yes, it doesn't mean the finished article. They're on a journey, but give credit. It's encouraging. It's just a natural thing. These players are human. These players are human. So credit them, give them their flowers when they earn them. And I'll tell you, this entire team deserves these flowers, because we have seen improvements on the many things that we are struggling on. The basics, the players are looking better when it comes to the basics. Less turnovers, honestly, a little less turnovers, or less, we are less consistently turning over the ball, easily. We are now looking like a serious focused team that is really worth of being a Man United squad competing for big things in football. So that's, for me, is what I want to acknowledge. And trust you me, if we keep doing that, Manchester United will be back, because the positive energy will be passed on. These players are all over social media. You don't know who is watching you. The thing about these platforms that we have is you cannot know who watched you, who saw what you posted, or who you never know who is watching who. So let's give the credit where it's due, and let's bash when we have to. Let's throw the flag when we have to. But for me, for right now, I think there are more things for us to be positive about Manchester United than the negatives. That's my honest opinion. Drop your comment and let me know what you think. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Like, share, and subscribe. And let me catch you later.